Mr. Pete.
It's the Lee.
Welcome back, everybody, to Andertons TV.
And we're back on the floor.
We're back on the floor because my yoga teacher said it's good for me.
It's good for your posture.
Yes.
Like and subscribe, hey.
Please do like and subscribe. Use the timestamps if you want to fast forward, but you're not going to want to fast forward in this video because Pete is going to attempt to put together an affordable pedal board.
Version 2, right?
Version 2.
Because we did it, but I just felt like I wanted to change a bit.
So I've got a bucket load of pedals on the floor here, which are all relatively affordable. So I think we're generally shopping in the sort of anything from 30 to 60 quid sort
80
of
maybe.
mark. There might be one or two outliers.
Yeah.
There is, yes, much as we all love putting little pedal boards together, Pete quite rightly said, why wouldn't I just buy this?
Yeah.
So we'll come to that. If you've not seen the Plethora X3 video, it'll be up there now. But we'll come to that because there's a jolly good reason why he might end up at the very end of this video binning off like 3/4 of the pedals on here and just going, it's cheaper to buy this and it does more.
Yes. And then.
But it might not be.
Other reasons.
So, Pete, can we assume? So we've taken. What pedal board is this?
That's a. You see, I took your old one.
Oh, so this is literally the cheapest pedal board that we sell. It's the baby Tortec one.
So this is the one you did before. As you can see, when you cut this in here, you know,
because I basically can't. I'm not old enough to use a pair of scissors and cut Velcro myself.
And then put Velcro on plastic cut, you know. And you then have the power bar, which is an isolated
T08.
Yeah.
And the only reason that this power supply made it through to this board was it was the only one that fitted underneath, wasn't it?
And it's got 8. So it's got. Yeah.
Oh, it's got 9.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4,
that's
5,
9
6,
for
7,
volts.
8. No, 9 for volts. It's got 8 outputs. It is a wall wart at the end.
Yes.
Which is a bit weird, but you know. But it's isolated and it fits under the board.
The power supply was fairly affordable and the board was unbelievably affordable.
Yeah,
the board,
29 quid with a box,
with a bag. Right. Now, every Danish pedal board would not be complete if it didn't have a looper at this end and a tuner at this end.
Yeah.
So again, we've stayed affordable, right? We're not going to mess around trying different tuners.
Ditto.
The lock-in tuner is 29 quid from Landlord. It basically has a big display like this. There you are. So you can see it. Right, it's easy peasy. It mutes when you turn it on. Does what you need a tuner to do.
Yeah.
And the Ditto Plus, actually you've gone with the Plus. I mean, that could have just been a normal Ditto.
I couldn't find the normal Ditto. It's here somewhere.
It is here somewhere.
Yeah.
But so that would have been an affordable looper.
Yeah.
Albeit actually maybe not the most affordable, but hey,
RC3.
That's how start. Well, I was going to say there is the same company that makes this tuner do the Happy Hour looper, which is 50 quid.
It's happy.
And it's happy.
And you can loop for an hour.
The gap in the middle, in between, is going to have some pedals from this selection over here.
Yeah.
And before we start doing this, Mr. Pete, loosely speaking, what do we think what kinds of things are we going for?
Well, so normally I would have, not normally, but I on my other boards, I'll have a compressor, boost, maybe 2 overdrives. Maybe one of those overdrives can do 2 things. So you can stack drive and thereby get higher gain.
Yes.
So it's almost like a boost,
pedals,
medium gain, slightly higher gain,
stacked up together,
and then you can stack with the boost and the compressor, so you've got combinations. So it's I'm just looking over here, so it could be
So we're not really. So we should have drives that can do everything from a light gain through to a heavy rock kind of sound.
Yeah. And nice if there's a boost pedal as well, whether that be a bit boost or whatever, just so you can.
Were we doing fuzz?
I don't think
it's not
so.
Really your bag,
I love a fuzz. I love the fuzz.
Love the fuzz.
And if I can fit one on, I do. But I don't think in this case, I don't need it on this one. The highest gains we have is like the Rat, isn't it? So we've got a magazine Rat. Anyway, then you would have like something like a Tremolo or maybe a Chorus, because those are the effects that sort of swip in between, in and out, whether it's one or the other, keep sort of changing in and out. Then you'll have a delay. And then sometimes a reverb, depending on the amp, but I'm not sure about that most of the time.
I like reverb, most amps will have reverb, but I like the reverb on reverb effect. I like the over-the-top reverb.
Like stacking gain, you can stack reverb. And I get that. And then maybe I like an envelope fill. I like to push it out there. I like to have something a bit daring. I like to order off the menu, as it were. Sometimes
you like to go a la carte. So,
wow.
Right. So what was first then, compression or boost? Compression.
Yes, a compressor. Compression.
One.
Yeah. We don't have very many of those, have we?
We had three.
We had three.
1, 2.
Yeah. Over there, hyper.
3.
Yeah. So these are the three we have. So let's see what we can do with that. I'm playing this super awesome, affordable Squire Classic Vibe, which is limited.
Squire Thinline Classic
Vibe.
Right.
Andertons exclusive.
So can we see these in the overhead cam, Mr. Oz? Okay, that's great. So as we select, what will happen is they will miraculously get velcroed onto the board.
Got power.
Power.
You need another power.
All right.
So how I like my compressor is slightly.
I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to look these up if that's all right with you, Mr. Pete.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So Hypergravity Soul Preacher. That's a great name for a pedal, isn't it? So the Soul Preacher. Oh, it's one of the dearer pedals. That's 75. Pretty sure the Cheeky Pint by Landlord is at the other end of the scale, down at the like 30 quid mark. Yeah.
And this one is
the Hypergravity.
Yeah.
Is that like a John Mayer signature core?
Hypergravity.
Hypergravity is the mini one, £59. Okay, so actually that's the cheapest. That's the middle one.
Yeah.
That's the dearest.
There we go. This is I did have. I've used that before, but
let's do this then. So get funky, Mr. Pete. And let's see what's happening.
See, I don't like it when it colors the sound too much.
Okay,
do you know that? It's nice. Whoa! That's very. That's too much.
So we've got 3 modes of attacks. That's how fast the compressor comes in. If I go, when you say it's too much, I wonder if you...
Too fast.
It's too fast, I wonder. So let's just go back to a medium attack, more like the way something like a Labrador would attack you as opposed to like an Alsatian or a Doberman.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want,
like if you
want slow attack, that'll be something like a miniature poodle or something. They're quite fast, actually, they aren't they? What's a slow attacking dog?
That would be like a basset hound. Like that, wouldn't it?
Brutal when it gets you, but yes, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here's medium.
Wow, that medium.
Yeah. Here's slow.
Whoa. Wow. Fat thumb got in between there. It's way too much.
Too much, it's interesting. Okay, and then that barely sounds like it's on and doing anything.
This good thing about that one is it's got the...
It's like wow! I mean, if that's your bag, if you want like the most compressed, the Soul Preacher is winning. But I'm with Pete here. I think it's a bit it's quite difficult to dial back the subtlety of it, and it's the dearest one. So I'm sort of going, if it's not that one, that's good. So between these two, then between which one do you like the best?
Let's just see how much compression. Funny, compression also changes when the guitar changes. You have to remember that, So I think I like that best. Try to. What is that? What does that do?
It literally just says full pint or half pint.
So it's half compression and full compression. Can it compress less? Because I like the tone of that. See, now it loses some volume, doesn't it? Oh yeah. That sounds good.
It's doing it.
Yeah. I think, I mean, for the money, I'll take that.
Fine. Okay.
That's what I would, I mean, money-wise.
I mean, that's the idea, is to try and put together an affordable board. So if the 29 quid one is the one,
yeah,
so...
I think it is, I think it is.
Do you know what, I tell you what, I know we wouldn't normally put the tuner at the end, but can we're just going to use it as a mute thing.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Cheeky
pints.
Even
Although I haven't had a
on
drink
the
for a long
board.
time. Is that... Right, that's good. That was better than I thought it was going to be.
So
I thought I was going to go for the higher compressor.
So did I.
Yep.
Right, next you said boost, didn't you, from memory?
Yes. So here,
Go on, you talk whilst I
so
try and
there
find
is
boosts.
so to combine them, you know, boost, it could also be a mild overdrive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, soul food. It could be the Zeus. It could be the Bluesman. Yeah, maybe. And
These
also,
are less boosty. That's a true boost.
Yeah.
So a boost is a true volume boost.
Here's in this one I would put in the T-Rex Müller in as well, because it's got a boost and an overdrive, and it's 79 quid.
Oh, right. So the Müller.
Yeah.
Made it in on 2 counts. One is it's £75, so it's sort of right at the upper end of what we're calling affordable. But as Pete rightly said, it's got 2 effects in it. It's got a boost and an overdrive on it.
Which works separately.
Does it though?
Yeah.
So the boost definitely is on it. Is.
Can I just let me add this pedal? In my 10 years ago, whatever, I used this all the time.
All the time.
I mean, I always had this on my pedalboard.
Literally always.
But
the first time I ever met Pete, he literally came in and just went, hello.
I had that around my neck, like this, with a cable like that.
I can't find any. Oh, Bluesman. I mean, that's quite drivey. I think I'm going to leave that as a drivey pedal.
Sweet cream. Sorry.
Sweet corn.
That's been called sweet corn, isn't it?
That's a boost, isn't it? Like a boosty drive, low drive.
Yeah,
thing?
let's try it.
Okay, let's try it.
So let's see what we have here. Maybe the soul food is too drivey as well, Lee.
Soul food is the clonny one. So at the end of the day, if you're going to have the Zeus in there, then I guess you can have
the See, this is how pedalboards should look like.
Yes,
just
so
all over the place.
Tuner off.
Yeah. So here's the tone.
So straightforward, normal booster.
And that is a good one. The
that
spark
is a good
always
booster.
Good. Yeah, that boosts. So here, let me say.
Is it just this one control?
Just that one control. That one. That's super clean boost. I mean, that's a lot more boost than that 20 dBs. I thought that had 20 dBs too, but I might be wrong.
I think there's a little bit more in the
spark. It drives it a little bit. Might not be for me. I like my boost clean, so I can do like it. I mean.
But
that's the clean signal, yeah.
So here's
the overdrive. So that's the mix the clean signal in.
Now, but is this boost after drive though?
It's before.
Doesn't sound like it's doing. Well, listen.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it's after, isn't it?
Yeah. So, okay. So your boosty thing.
Try that one there.
So it's good example of the fact if you put boost before your gain stacking starts to occur. Typically what happens is the boost goes in and it just drives the pedal more, so it's not an obvious big volume lift, it's just a sense of almost like 2 stages of gain.
Yeah.
If you put your boost after, which is what I think the Moll has done, it's used as like a volume level boost afterwards, so like almost like a more useful solo boost, but it's...
I prefer it into it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. So I'm not sure.
This is the bass. So hang on, just sounds in. But then you do the boost, you'll have to.
Let's show you how boost into the drive would be different.
Okay.
So you can see it's not much of a volume jump, but it's making the pedal
bit more drive
more.
Yeah. And I really like the drive sound on this pedal. It sounds really good. So
I almost feel like the Muller could have been in the second row of drive pedals.
Could be.
So maybe
maybe we'll put it back in there.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Soul Food, which is the one of the biggest selling electro-harmonics pedals ever. It's designed to be more along the lines of like a mid-humped pre-boost clonny drivey thing.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of it, in my opinion.
Do you know what, I could say that about the whole Klon family. For me, it's about putting it in front of a bit of drive that you've already got.
Yeah, so like a boost pedal. Yeah, that's why it's Sweet Green. I mean, it should have been the Bad Horses, shouldn't it? That's
such a good pedal. Such a good pedal.
But it's not so much a boost pedal, but the drive in that is great, man.
I'll tell you what we'll do, because I'm kind of feeling, that what we've not really achieved here is 5 of the same thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this bit, and then we'll just do another 5 and then another 5, because I think we've got tons of drive pedals there. And then we'll revisit what were your favourite 2 or 3 and restack them together and see if that's still a thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the Sweet Cream, and then
good.
the Zeus is kind of this sort of another clone type,
with a fat mod on it. Take the fat off. I think this has got what you don't like.
There's more drive
and this has got what you don't like. The clean signal goes through a lot. But if I put the drive up.
Do you know what?
It's got a lot of clean going through it,
right? That's the best I've heard the Soul Food sound. Isn't it weird?
You're welcome. You're welcome. But hang on. Wow. Yeah, I like that now.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
I think that's smoother, slightly
I like
the ears.
Smoothness.
Smooth.
Okay, so I'm gonna take something out already.
Go on then.
Which is, that's the only boost there is, right?
Yeah, it's the only one that we did bring along that was just a straight boost.
But what you could do, as you said, I think this is 59 or 69. This is 75. So you could potentially have this and put that in the front of the chain, because I could use it to say.
Yeah.
So I can use it to boost into something else, right?
So for now then, we'll lose this and this
and keep these 3.
Okay, so let's just add, okay, and I'm going to put the Muller at the front because that then gives you your sort of, your boost into other pedals.
Yeah, and you can drive into another pedal too, can't you? So I'll put
and
these
now
over
it
here.
is literally just a question of smashing through a bucket load of drive pedals and
Holy
going, I like
smokes.
that, I don't like. This is never going to go through. We were a bit gutted. We wanted a Boss SD1. It's just too popular. It's out of stock all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what, we took a
understand.
DS1, but I don't think it's the right sound. I don't think you're going to like this for a Actually, I'm going to do that with the Rat.
And go for the little...
that should be Overdrive, kind of like a thing.
Yes.
And let's just put another pedal in just because. Do we think this is just a shoe-in? This is Pete's sort of collaboratively designed... I almost feel this should be banned, but otherwise it'll just make it in and it's sort of... But
let's see what we say. Maybe we don't like it today.
Yeah, this is true. Go.
Oh. Right. Just do the drive into it as well.
That's the only setting I don't like, is both of these on.
Yeah,
because of the way it puts the boost after.
Yeah. Oh, but that should be T-Rex. You should do that. If you're listening.
I mean, this is so.
It is nice, isn't it?
Sound.
It's a good sound.
But it should be, shouldn't it? Right.
That's supposed to be a tube screamer, right? And not much level in there. I mean, it sounds good.
It's not about 420 quid.
No, it's amazing.
Let's be fair.
It's crazy. It's got full tone, man. What's going on? It's one of my first pedals.
It's just wrong for you. I was just about to say that would have been his pedal of choice.
Yeah.
And this one there.
It's still so good. I mean, I shouldn't pick that because it sounds good.
For you, it's your board, and for you...
And it sounds...
so bin these three off. Yeah. I'm still, again
with that one there. But
I might go back to just having the Spark. I almost but...
Yeah, it's only because it costs the same amount of money and you get an overdrive and you if you use it as a boost or whatever,
True.
This is a lot.
It is a lot.
Right, so we're back. I had to go and have a wee, sorry.
I've never tried this. This is This is not the easiest pedal to see where the settings are, but this is the Moore Overdrive Spark.
That looks good when it lights up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. It's very cool. Doesn't do much.
That was a bit underwhelming, wasn't it? But let's...
So you got... It's got this. Can you hear that? Maybe that's the drive. If you turn the drive down and the volume up a bit. I don't know what... It looks wicked though, doesn't it? I mean, that's a low gain thing, isn't it? Maybe the name Spark is just because it's a slightly spark of drive.
I really like the format of the pedal.
Yeah.
I like the fact it's got top-mounted jacks and it's super, super small, but it just sounds a bit underwhelming, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Nobleman. That's fat. It's
very different EQ curve on there, isn't it? What, sorry? I just say that's the example of what Pete said right at the beginning, where you get two medium gain pedals, which on their own sound fine, and then you stack them, but they just gel, and you get that straight.
They're good together.
Nobleman is good. We got hot and warm versions of the Green Mile. Oh, come on, pedal manufacturers.
Yeah. 12 o'clock.
Don't have less volume at 12 o'clock. It's so annoying.
And it's annoying, isn't it? But you know what that is, because I think all tube screamers have got less volume at 12 o'clock.
Maybe it's just
that's
really
what they do.
Good copy.
Yeah.
So the warm is way quieter than the hot. Really.
It's like the person in the back of my car is like, moo, 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 like that.
You mean in the boot, not in the back of the car? Yeah. This is underwhelming as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Go on, keep going. You just did.
I say I don't like it. It's just not my kind of
thing.
It's not my kind of thing.
This one here.
Yeah.
And the reason I picked this, because I wouldn't. Again, it's another 29 quid pedal. I forget how I had it stacked, but I had this really low on my office rig into my Sheriff 44. It sounded wicked the other day, but.
So you got a low gain and a high gain on it. Oof. My kind of tone. It's good. Those two together, man, they're like...
So
I love pedals.
So we're going to keep the Nobleman and the Durple and the Muller for the time being.
Can we try? Can I just try the Bluesman at some point? But I want it before.
This is just like a Tone City love fest, isn't it?
Yes, but they're like good overdrive pedals, right?
I'm just going to throw.
But this cannot be at the end there, because that's. I like that when it's
wherever
not
you
low
like,
gain.
man. Right, what are we near the end of the? So I've got some slightly higher gainy ones over here, which we can mess around with in a minute. That may or may not be your bag.
In a minute.
I think we've got one. After this, we've got one more round of drives, and then I'll have to press you, Mr. Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've just put on because just want the the Bluesman at the end of it because it's slightly.
Do you want this further up the chain, or are you going to leave this here?
Well, I like that pedal anyway, so let's have a.
That's a great boost.
That's what I mean. It's just like a... So if it's boosting,
it's for the blues,
It's for the blues, man.
It's doing like a spitty fuzz.
Yes. It's never really been my bag. It's a good pedal and it's cheap.
One of the things that's always made me want a Mojo is I like the fact it's got bass and treble as opposed to just a tone control. Because I don't necessarily always want like you want less treble and more bass, or more bass and less treble.
The goop de conk in the middle.
The goop de gonk.
The tonk, the goop de gonk.
The centre de tante.
The centre de tante.
Yes, the goop de gonk. I know what you mean.
That's right.
This is.
Yeah. So and then again.
Maybe it is that must be a tube screamer thing, isn't it? It's like you really need to drive the level.
Here's my thing. If you want a tube screamer,
just what?
Buy a tube screamer.
Yeah, I funny enough,
if you want a tube screamer sound, but you need more, then buy something else.
You say that. For me, the original tube screamer just needs to be modded, which is why all of those kind of modded versions are out there. Because there is always, for me, just something that I don't quite like about it.
Yeah,
but exactly. Let me just try this.
It's got that spittiness I don't really like.
What I like about all the Tone City pedals, and these you may or may not like this, actually, I've got a criticism as well. What I like about all of them is they've all got a really nice bass end. They all sound fat. None of them seem to scoop the bass end away. If I've got a criticism of Tone City, there's probably too many drive pedals, and therefore
very similar.
They become very similar as you go along, don't they? I'm just feeling like that and that are leaving the party.
Yeah, hang on. Can we put this over here instead, just for a minute? See, I prefer that into that.
That's working well.
Yeah. Can we take that Muller away then and just throw this in again? I mean, that's a fabulous pedal for the money. I just wish that the boost was the other side, the other way around.
I agree. A little switch, that's what you need, T-Rex. There isn't one on there, is there?
No, but it takes battery, which is cool.
Normal Durple.
The floor was further down than I thought. Okay, so then go the Bluesman and then spark it. It's a cleaner drive because this doesn't have as much drive. So if you want like a bluesy.
That sounds all right.
Yeah,
it's
that. And then just on its own. Oof, that's loud.
It's a good pedal.
Yes, I think. La.
Right. Let's get rid of. So Derpel.
We still got these two up here as
so
well.
Derpel,
Oh my god!
Bluesman and Spark are making it over here for like some sort of final countdown. And To Be Screamer, the Moho, and the. I'm going to leave the Nobleman there for a minute because now I kind of feel like the Nobleman could be like a higher gain thing. So let's try some higher gain pedals. And I'm going to freak you out as well. Well, I'm not going to freak you out because you know what's coming.
You're going to pull the glove out.
No, I'm going to put the new Tone City Golden Flexi.
Yeah,
Which
more Tone City.
Version 1.
My neck is sleeping.
Yeah, version 1 was always about the gain all the way up and it just being this like screaming old Marshall-y kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then version 2 came out and we watched this dude do a YouTube video of them, like it was a user review, I think, wasn't it? I don't even know if it was necessarily like a professional reviewer.
Yeah. He's a good player as well.
He used it with the gain all the way down and we were like, oh my God, it sounds amazing. Yep. So anyway.
Oh yeah.
Good
That's
pedal.
a good pedal,
so this is the one where we're going for just our out and out ballsy,
balls out,
high gainy thing. I should go loud, but this is low down. This was where it was doing almost all of those that kind of territory sound. But what it was originally designed to do was that. It's so bad. This is the. I've got.
I don't want to choose the Golden Flexi again because there's another bloody.
The Andertons has been selling Tone City pedals for probably 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
And it's like, full decoration. I don't own the company. I don't own any shares in it or anything like that. It was literally. I got an email from a colleague saying, just had this email from this, like it's a. You can see it's someone whose first language isn't English, like Chinese first language. Basically going, we make these pedals. Do you want to stock them? And I'm literally, I get quite a lot of emails like that, and I'm thinking I might just delete this. And I thought, I must have been feeling very generous that day. And I said, look, send me a box of samples, and if we like them, we'll have a think about it because they're super affordable.
Yeah.
So they sent me a box of samples, and from literally day one, I'm going, these are not just repackaged everyone else pedals.
No, that's the thing, isn't it?
These sound really good, and they're fat and juicy. And I mean, I've always kind of felt the name Tone City and some of the names they call the pedals probably don't do themselves any favours in the sense of like, Derpel's the worst one. But it's like half of me is just like, I guess it is what it is. They are. You've got to remember these are 40 to 50 quid pedals, and the failure. We started selling them, and we've sold thousands. I mean, I want to say, in 7 years, I want to say something nuts like 50,000 Tone City pedals or something absolutely nuts. And and in that time, we've probably had like 100 that don't work. And then and Tone City said, we'll just give the customer another one. It's fine. Yeah. It's like so. Yeah. And but it's bad because you end up with these like, let's put an affordable board together, and it's so overwhelmingly Tone City.
And the drive, it's the drive. I mean, I've yet to be really impressed by their modulation and their.
They don't really do digital yet, do they?
No, that's the thing. But it overdrives. All of them sound. I mean,
Oh well.
They just have a fat tone, and it's just, you know.
Yeah. But again,
not
the criticism I made earlier is that there's probably too many overdrive pedals in the Tone City range. There's at least 10, and they're not like all chalk and cheese. You know, they're all different. There are a lot of different flavors of the same thing.
Yes, but see, you got a Bluesman, you got a Durple, and you got a Golden Plexi. Boom! What else do you need?
Yeah. Anyway, so I've got to say again, I like the Tone City.
The glove sounds good.
Let's see what the Rat sounds like. It's a different. Can I just say, there is a Tone City copy of the Rat as well, but I'm just not going there just because it's all got too much. What's it called? Metal Mickey. Mickey. Just the Mickey.
Yeah, like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I like both of these, sound great, but I don't think it's my tone. Would I have it, but I use it maybe once in a while?
I think if we were doing demo videos and you needed full hair metal rock tones, I mean, so many of that kind of era band would
How much
have
is
used
this then? It's a good
question. I think,
cool.
I don't know, 70 quid, something like that. I'll look it up in a minute. I know the Magus is about 60 quid or something.
And it's got 3 settings.
Yeah,
the
original Rat has had loads of iterations over the years of the Fat Rat and the Turbo Rat and the Dirty Rat and all that kind of stuff.
And then Auto Rat,
so
and then Wet Rat.
What's quite nice, the Roland Rat. What's quite nice about the Magus is you have got 3 of those kind of classic voicings in there. But turn it down. That's why.
It doesn't sound so fat. There's so much low end.
Just going to say I like the Magus more than the Rat.
Yeah, I do too.
Marginal?
Not much. Marginal. But then again, I like that.
And I like the Golden Plexi more than the Glove.
Go Golden Plexi. I mean, I do like the Glove as well.
The bit of the Glove that I don't... It's got this bumped lower mid-range.
Yeah.
That actually, if you turn this tone shift on, just gets like more pronounced. And it's the bit of it. It's the bit of the tone I don't particularly like.
The Plexi's just got this kind of. See, I don't like that.
No,
that's the middle. Go back between the Glove and the Plexi.
It's definitely out of these two.
Gain on the Golden Plexi, I think.
Too much now.
No, yeah, not on the. That's a tough one, man. I can take either of them.
would be great if we could do. We should do these live and then literally just let people go. Which do you prefer?
But we could do. You could do.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'll take these two away already.
No, but they're different, aren't they? They're a different kind of vibe.
Well, not really
pedal.
though, are they? Because
I'm calling it. I'm going for the full Danish Pete Tone City endorsement here. Can we just line up? So not that, not that, not that, not that, and just line up from least gainy to most gainy these Tone City ones and see.
And this one was down here somewhere. Wasn't it?
And the Spark.
Yeah, so the Spark first,
and have the Soul Food in as well, because I kind of feel it's like it's a thing, and I might put it here.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so I think what we're doing here, ladies and gents, is we're just going to try and find like a 2 or 3 pedal combination here that does everything.
Yes.
So.
It's almost got a tube screaming mid-hump to it, hasn't it?
Okay, one of these can go. I almost feel it's there's different sounding, but they're in the same
in the same ballpark.
Functionality, aren't they? I mean, maybe it can stay, but it just needs to be. Sorry for the farty noises. Maybe it's just here. The name of it makes it sound like it's not very driven, but actually, it's pretty driven, right?
Which one?
The Sweet Cream.
Yeah, it's more driven than the Bluesman.
Than you think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just go all the way up. Yeah, it's much more driven. I think with this or that,
and that,
those two together, those three together,
these,
so just go all 3 of them together. I mean, that's too much. There's too much heavy bottom end in it, but and that's a completely different gain structure. It almost stands alone, unless you boost it. The Spark. It's too shrill.
Yeah, this Bluesman seems to fatten any other pedal up nicely.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I use it.
Can I just? It's your choice.
But
my favourites, I would go that, and that. I know.
But with the boost still, right?
No, I probably would just bin off the boost and just have the blues. I mean, listen to the difference between these sort of.
You know what I think? Maybe pin off the compressor and then use the Spark instead, because you can almost hear
hang
a
on.
slightly bit of
hang on, what about keep the compressor and bin off the Spark?
Take that away.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think I can see you almost leaning towards the Spark just because it's psychologically it's such a good.
It's so nice and clean as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's sort of, and it's it's TC, so it's probably going to be good and all that.
I was actually going to say the opposite. Not that it's TC's bad, but oh, it does sound good, doesn't it? I mean, that's more compressed, you know.
It's definitely...
The compressor sounds better with the Overdrive as a booster. Sorry, the Spark is better as a booster. That's, you know. But look, this is like 5 bloody Overdrives and compressors already. It's insane.
That, I think, can go.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's worth having the Golden Plexi on the board.
Yeah, because it's rock.
For when you need to do a different kind of a demo.
Because you do these two together and you go, sorry. This is a great sound.
Yeah.
That's much more of a...
Much more open.
Can you do that with that, and that? No, it's much more nasally. Yeah. I can't make my mind up, man. This is just too difficult. But isn't the beauty
of this that these are so small?
You can just swap them out.
You can
you can have more on the board.
You can have loads on the board.
I can only have 8 though, right? Because
of the power supply.
Well,
that's all right. We got right. Put that, and one of these two on the board, right?
Oh, you want both of those two on the board?
No,
and do I want both of those on the board?
Well, it's your board, yeah, absolutely.
Because I think the Spark sounds better with the drives, but you know, and
but
it just
gives you
that
compression.
It doesn't give me compression, but it does give me kind of a compression, but it doesn't.
It would into a tube amplifier. I need a wee.
Thousands of tears later.
Mother of Mary. So the next thing to try and do, and hopefully this will take less time, is for Pete to choose what kind of modulation effect he might want. So he might have chorus, he might have tremolo, he might have both. Now, we've got loads of choice from Moore, from Behringer, from Electroharmonics, from Tone City.
What is this? Soul Shiver.
TC.
Oh my God.
Is that right? TC. Yeah. So I think, how about this, Mr. Pete? How about I just literally one at a time plug them in and you go, no.
Okay,
to try and get some, because this isn't about stacking pedals really, is it? Trelicopter.
Yeah.
How transparent that is.
Yes.
Look, no pedal. Okay.
Well, I really like that. So put that here, up here. So,
yeah. Well, look, let's just do the. Let me see if I can just do the tremolos.
Tremoloso.
Tremble. Here we go. This is where maybe Tone City will lose for a change.
Fall short.
Please, half of me is like, please don't be as good, otherwise it's just going to sound like another Tone City love.
It's good as well. God damn it.
I mean, crikey. You know what? The tremble is losing purely by virtue of the fact that we've got too many Tone City pedals on here already, and it wasn't better. It was just,
it's just
similar.
Yeah. 19 quid
Can
for
I
this
just
one?
check how much the Trelicopter is? The Trelicopter is £42. I mean, you can't complain for £42, can you? So that's winning.
Yeah.
Right. Behringer Ultra Tremolo.
I seem to remember something
Ooh.
that you can't on this one. That it has this
It's too
very
much.
also loses signal. No, maybe not.
A little bit.
But it's very sort of yap.
Yeah, it's almost like if
little
you want to
angry
play
dog.
that.
I don't like it.
No, but if you wanted to play
I don't
that
like
sort of. Oh man,
Green
I
Day.
can't even think. Green Day, yeah, where you want that chopped tremolo. Is this tremolo or is this just
It's
vibrato?
Vibrato.
I mean, what's the? I've only been playing guitar for 40 years and I still don't know the difference. Oh. Let me just, have we got another tremolo here? I don't think we do, meaning that the Trelicopter wins for tremolo. So now we're into vibrato.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit more chorusy, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, I can already say now it's good, but it's not.
Okay.
Although it's one, but either my first or my second pedal was the Boss Vibrato pedal. I only picked it because it was blue. I didn't know what it did.
Yeah.
So this one has got mod and verb on it. So that's vibrato and sorry, reverb and modulation.
Oh, reverb.
That's
tap
tempo.
tempo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So this actually doesn't have, by the looks of things, a dial to do the speed. You've got to tap it in. That's annoyed me, just that. So it was all right. it was all right.
That's a bit fast.
What's your opinion, Mr. Pete? You know little pedals where there's a little switch between it does three different things?
Uh-huh.
Do you look at that and go, oh, that's good because it's got three different things in it, and then or do you look at it and go, it's so annoying, I don't want to have to bend down to switch it, I just want...
I would just set it to one and then use that. But
that's
then again, you got the option, right? I like that sound. What is there on there?
So you have chorus, vibrato or rotary?
A rotary. I do like that, but...
It's a bit underwhelming.
Yeah,
the sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just...
Yeah.
We're rattling through stuff now. Can you tell we're bored and it's nearly lunchtime?
It was lunchtime 3 hours ago.
This is true. Right.
Angel Wing.
Oh, God. The winner of so many chorus shootouts again.
More Tone City. This video is not sponsored by Tone City, by the way.
Sponsored by... I mean, I don't know what to say. It sounds good. Go on. It's got like all of a sudden we've gone into the bathroom. And
Yeah, I'm losing the will. Yeah.
I'm not even sure, out of doing all of this stuff, that really you're a big chorus user.
It's on my board. I've always have a chorus pedal on my board. This one I had on my board before, right? And I really like it, but I tell you,
someone's just giving it 1 foot.
So I tell you why that I took it off, because one, it's big, and two, what I don't like about these is that when you hold it down, when it doesn't come on until you release it.
That's such a silly design,
and it's not a problem really, because you can get used to it. But I'm used to going, I'm going to put it on now, and you put it on, and then you might have your foot on it and think, oh, it's on, but actually it doesn't come on to that. But it sounds good. It's a good sounding pedal.
Is it the best sounding chorus out of
Well, let's have 2 on each. I mean, they sound so similar that you would take the little one instead, wouldn't you?
Do it then. Do it. Put the little one on. I mean, literally, this, when we talk about Tone City, this is what it looks like. It's this little city full of
tones.
Skyscrapers?
Skyscrapers?
Well, this is what we're... Right, did you want this auto wah, or was that...
Well, I love an auto wah because, you know why? Because it's flipping fun.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
We've got some sort of...
and you might not use it very often, but when you do, it's going to make your face smart.
It's in just because it's something different and it's cheap. So that... I was quite surprised about that. That's called the Moore envelope, or envelope, depending on your sort of pronunciation.
And it's funny because there is an envelope on it.
Well, there would be, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God, Pete, come on, let's do this. Delays. Gee whizzy woo for all this. Sorry.
That's a good pedal as well, isn't it?
I'm gonna. Do you mind if I just literally
No,
plug
I don't
them in,
mind if you do anything.
Right, they've all got power to them. We've got flashback delay. Now, in fairness, this is our studio one that we've had in here for ages. It's the Mark 1.
Yeah.
The Mark 2, flashback Mark 2 has the mash switch.
Yeah.
But
I have that at home.
Same. Oh, that's a good sound.
Yeah, that's one I've what is it called? Printed. What is it called?
Tone print.
Tone printed it.
That's got that lovely...
I love it.
Lovely warmth to the repeats, isn't it?
To the loses. It's a great sound, but it loses volume. Turn it off. It's a signal that going through it. I'm losing volume.
No, oh, it's there, right. Just do a stab. Yeah. Yeah. Bit weird that one. I like that one better.
But the clean signal coming through better.
Yeah.
Profit.
Oh. Let's do the stab again. I just want to get the down again. Okay. Very much darker, isn't it?
Yes, but that's because of the tone print.
Right.
Because it's more of a, this is a digital delay, cleaner. That one is more
You've done more of an analog delay. Haven't you?
Because I like that, you like that too, Alan. That sort of.
Right, Fender. Hello, come in, Dr.
Mars
Spock.
Attacks. Dr. Spock.
I just want to get just do the stabs.
And I just add as well, but some of these, when we did the video on these, where you could put up there was actually some of them that got internal switches.
Yes, there were.
And we do apologise.
I don't mind that Fender one.
No? That sounds good too.
Wow. You know what, actually, apart from this first one, this is my next favourite one.
Mine too is so bad, isn't it? It's
Keep
so bad.
Let me just do some...
You remember when you do tone prints, the knobs are different. Has it got trails?
No.
The other one got trails? No. You can probably set that in the...
No, they're true, but I remember that if they're true bypass, then you don't get the trails.
True bypass.
Oh man. And this last one?
And you would think these two are very similar, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sad and alone and picking my pedal.
I can't hear any delay. Oh yeah, okay. Very similar.
Yeah, similar. I'd have to pick the TC. That one, yeah. Staying on the small...
I think I would pick the TC as well. How much is the flashback? Do we remember?
Oh, I don't know. It's like 69... 79 quid.
And how much is that? Tape machine?
It's 45, isn't it?
Tape machine.
50 quid. Yeah, what's the guy that plays in... what is the thing up in the series? It's an English series with they got the hats on and all that.
We're going to put the flashback through, but I'm telling you now...
That is good.
I would probably be just as happy with the tape machine, but I like the fact that you can do the tone prints on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, we're nearly there, Pete. We're nearly there. And then we've got to do the final judgment as to how much have we spent on pedals that we could just replace with the Plethora.
That's the whole thing.
It's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing,
The whole point of the video that you've had to wait 4 hours to get to the end to, which is that pedals are
a compressor.
Total waste of money.
And there's a booster.
Yeah, but you can't put them in the right place. That's the problem. That's the problem, Mr. Pete.
Not unless you get the big one, Mr. Lee.
If you get the big one, you can put them in the right place.
Which you don't have, so...
Which I have. What did I do with that?
I have the big one.
Oh, you've got the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't have the big one. You mean the big one?
The big one, yeah. The big
we'll talk about that in a minute. Not that.
It's on the other channel.
We'll talk about that on the fans only.
That's on our OnlyFans.
Okay.
Andertons OnlyFans.
Now, the assumption here is that we are always going to have reverb on an amp. So what we want here is that Strymon over-the-top reverb on reverb thing. So actually, we might not get that out of more traditional ones, but...
Wow. It's not even, it's just 2 o'clock.
So the first two reverbs here, the Fender one and the TC Sky Surfer, are your more traditional, they'll do spring plate hall kind of vibe. The Vailton choral verb's got loads of different ones. This sounded amazing when we were playing with this in the Vailton video.
Yeah.
My only criticism of it is you need
can't see it.
Superman's eyesight to be able to read what it says on there.
Yeah, I'll be less than 40 years old.
There is that. And then the Hall of Fame is always going to be an option because of the tone print side of things. This can do anything.
Let's like have that for people who can't read.
Yeah. So let's just do, what does our reverb sound like with no pedals? It's fine. Why don't we just use that?
Yeah, that's...
And then anyway, over the top. No, wrong type.
It's too like that, isn't it?
It's too like that.
Yeah,
it's just a bigger version of that. So not really what... This I would go for if I had an amp with no reverb. This one I think is probably going to be similar, so we'll just try...
I know what I love about this is the format. Small pedal, top-mounted jacks, man.
Same kind of vibe as the Fender, though, isn't it? It's just this too similar a reverb.
Yeah. Now, can we read this, or do you need your
No, I can't read
glass?
it. Right. Here, this is. Let me just. This is what I mean. I haven't found the one I want yet, but this is the vibe. This is the vibe I want.
But it's not your board, is it, Lee? It's my board.
That's true. I apologise about that.
Well, that's fine. You know.
Trails. Look. Ooh, advanced feature. Oh, got a little bit of echo in there as well. Might be a bit over the top, that.
You know what? I'm enjoying that. I think that's very. Well, how much is that?
50 quid.
No.
Yeah. So cheap. Oh, it is turning on. I apologise. I was looking at a light here going, it's not turning on.
Let's see something that
So come on then, find something a bit epic on here.
Okay.
The dual ambient, the dark swell.
That's Pete Thorne, isn't it? No,
that must be good. Trails as well.
No trails.
No trails.
No, Happy Trails
Oh, yeah,
hands.
no trails, yeah.
Where's that from? Happy Trails hands. Write the link below. If you've made it this far, Happy Trails hands. A film.
Is it?
Bruce
It's a
Willis.
film, is it?
Yeah, with Bruce Willis. I'm not going to say anything else.
Where's like a big...
I think it seems quite limited to what it is. I'm going for that. I'll go for that.
Do you think it's just because all this is able to do is just download various types of reverb, and what you really want is something a bit...
I can't really see any...
That's... Okay, that's more like the vibe. Or has the Hall of Fame just pulled it out of the bag right at the last? Oh, that's a bit weird, that one.
And you got the mesh on. That's yours still going.
Oh yeah, it is.
Wow. Wow.
Mate, I really like this pedal.
It's a good pedal.
Yeah. Try it one more time.
Just one more time. Has it got a freeze function?
Just purely for the fact that you don't have to do the whole...
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
...thing. I'm going with this, but no, it's your board.
No, I'll go with that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So now we got 50 pedals in between.
So, do they all fit on for a start?
No.
Let's just try putting this on.
The following day.
Right, so Lee, how much is all of this then? That doesn't fit on the board.
Very roughly in my head, regular ditto 75. These are 60, so that's 135. These are 80, so we're up to about 220, 50, 270,
50,
320, and the compressor was another 30 quid. So we're up to about 350 quid for the, and 30 quid for the tuner. No. So we're up to about sort of the 350, 400 quid mark, excluding the sort of the drivey boosty pedals.
Yeah, which if you buy 3, right?
You get a free
power supply.
But not one of these power supplies, like
no.
a daisy chain.
Yeah.
And here's
the
nub of the video. Obviously, the beauty of doing this is you can put your pedal one at a time. So if every month you've got 50 quid spare, you can build this pedal board over a time.
Swap.
Yeah, do all, as Pete said, you can pull stuff on, pull it out. Or...
Don't pull it out.
If you went Plethora X3, which is currently, I think, 289.
Let's just check that to make sure, yeah.
And the concept of Plethora is to be a TC digital tone print board. So anything that you can do with a TC digital vibe is in here. So the only stuff you can't do in here are your drive pedals.
Yeah, $299 it is.
Right, so the concept is, instead of having a board that looks like this.
Yeah.
All right.
With all of these, look.
Yeah. Which
we can't even power it. There's too many pedals to power.
Oh God, yeah, we've only got 8 power supplies, haven't we? So we've got multiple problems here. Yeah. And money ain't one. Is that right? What's the thing? 99 problems.
But
I can't remember.
That's chain 1, is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Chain 1.
Oh, really?
I think it's something there, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's very terrible. Yeah.
So alternately, we put this on here. We still have this and this and this.
Boom, done.
But what we don't need now is we don't need the tuner. Now the problem, and one of the reasons why we might still have the compressor.
Yes, but I don't really need it.
All right.
That was it. We were at the point.
Okay.
Or you can take that away and stick that instead. Then you got a compressor which you can use as a booster as well. Yeah.
The X3 has got compressor in it amongst a zillion other effects, way more than we had before.
Yeah.
But what you can't do on the X3 is insert any of these pedals into an effects loop. So you would always have these types of pedals first going into the X3. If you had the X5, which is bigger, probably come up to about here, the X5 does have insert points on it.
Yeah,
so
you
could have certain pedals within here before. Anyway.
And it's only another 119 quid.
Yeah, so my gut feeling is what did we not choose? So we opted to not have a TC chorus and not have a TC verb, but honestly, there wasn't a big difference in them.
So what this has got: chorus, compressor, delay, doubler. So flanger, harmony, looper, noise gate, octave, phaser, pitch shifter, reverb, tremolo, tap tremolo, vibe, vibrato, vintage echo. Right. So it's got all that stuff. Plus, you can at one point or another you'll be able to update it, and maybe other effects will be put in there. Plus, it's got your.
Thousands of tears later.
Wow. Oh my gosh. What have we got here? We've got the first 4 pedals, compressor and Pete's 3 overdrives of choice. Then what we've done is we've taken we've got the Plethora and we've just simply created a board with tremolo, reverb and delay on it.
Yeah.
Or this white cable here, if it's plugged in over here, we've got all the pedals that Pete liked. So envelope filter, which you can't get in here, tremolo, which you can, chorus, which you can, delay, and reverb. Which see, all of these effects, apart from the envelope filter, are available in here.
Yeah.
Except, of course, you can only have 3 at a time.
Yeah, I'll have to do the boards, haven't I? I have to like go up in a bank and then have another, have a massive bank.
So let's just see what it sounds like. So here's nothing. It sounds great. Perhaps if I plugged it in, it would help.
I mean, that's straight through, right?
That's straight through. So let's
put a compressor on and a bit of the Bluesman.
Tremolo. Massive reverbs.
Okay. I mean, I like that. I like that combo.
Just, again, couple of other things. We can't fit all of these pedals onto this one board, so we'd need a bigger board. And we can't run all these pedals off of a single 8-way power supply. And we've not even put the looper or the tuner on.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Tuner's here.
So I've got...
Oh, no,
I love separate pedals.
Yeah.
But we've just got to face up to the fact that it's not just the cost of buying the pedals. We do need a bigger board and a bigger power
supply, more cables, more everything.
So is this the soluzione, Mr. Pete?
Well,
so let's
plug that in.
Plug this in here.
Yeah, and this in.
So it's stereo for a start.
Which stereo in and stereo out.
Which we don't have on here.
Yeah, true that.
So we turn all this off. So here's the same sound that we just had before. Maybe we want some tremolo. For those of you worried that perhaps with something like the Plethora you can't just bend down and adjust the things, I mean, you can't, it's not quite as simple as that, but it's pretty simple, right? You flip it into edit mode and then you can see that you've got these 3 knobs in the middle. One will do speed, one will do depth, one will do volume, and as soon as you're going, yep, that's how I like it, you don't save anything, you just go back into play mode and it remembers it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple, right?
Pretty simple.
Anyway, we've got some reverb here. And again, we wanted something a little bit more crazy, didn't we? So reverb.
Yeah. So that's whole, that might be a
cathedral.
Oh, have you got a shim?
It's actually, in fairness, we've got the same delay in here that we have got here anyway. So there's So there's no sense that...
The only thing that's not here is the envelope. And I don't know if there is one in here. I don't think they do an envelope filter. But so what you have in here is one I used before. So I'm going to find it, which is the octave.
Oh yes. Click it. That's
click it like that.
And then you can
adjust
it.
So you like it. So if you are, for instance, having a looper, like I did before, so I'll have a looper in the end, and then I'll have the octave and then another effect in here. And if you go back out again, so if you want to swap, you just go up to your second board, or you back to your other board. So I mean, you have got many more options, really. But that sounds great, man. That is good.
I'm really...
Money-wise, you know...
I'm really struggling. I mean...
It's a tough one these days. And then you can go, Lee, why are you not using the little helix, the little stump? And why are you not using that one? And why are you not using that one? And I mean, that one's great because it's a much smaller format with many more effects in it and easy to use.
My wife's just phoning me up to say it's.
You're late now. Where are you?
It's 10:15. I've gone to bed. Where are you? No, it's not really.
No.
Wow.
I think personally, I would go with this. I would get some angle jacks, some angle power cables, and then I would get a smaller board.
So pros and cons are Plethora X3 is going to work out cheaper as soon as you start getting into having maybe 4 or 5 different modulation kind of pedal effects type pedals. So it is going to work out cheaper. You have got the upside, and it's smaller. So you're going to save money on your board, on cables, all that kind of stuff. It's programmable. So whereas at the moment I can only have one chorus setting or one, here I can have as many different chorus settings as I want to depending on the patch.
Yeah.
The downside, there are 1 or 2 effects. Well, no, there's a blend, isn't there? There are effects in here that I don't have here, and there is an effect here I don't have here. So I get that.
And where you put it in your chain, as you say, you can't put even though it has compressor in it, you can't have that in the front. No. It has got boost in it, you can't have that at the front. Unless you, of course,
it's got a tuner, it's got a looper.
Unless you're sneaky and you put your pedals after.
But then you can't have them. No,
it is what it is, and it's. Is it straight in? You can put this in your effects loop. You could do, I guess.
100%. If you had a guitar amp, you'd put this in your effects loop for sure.
Tuners here, loopers there. So at the end of the day, what you save on buying this, there's your tuner.
I honestly think that there's probably people watching this video. I mean, I say people. I mean the person who's still watching this. I don't think there's a right or a wrong. Some people are going to gravitate towards doing the pedals individually. I actually think, if nothing else, this was a fun little trip down a load of cheap pedals just to see what sounds good and what doesn't. And I would happily put these affordable pedals on a board. And what's the dearest one that we've picked here? Is it the flashback? The dearest one is the flashback. Everything else on here is like 50 quid or less.
And you know what? You don't really. If you just want a simple board where you want a couple of overdrives, these 2, and you don't need these 2, you might not need that, so you got a little bit of a delay. That's all you really need, isn't it? And maybe a compressor, these 2 and that one. You can do most of that.
I'm honestly and truthfully, my mind is going, am I going here or am I going here? And
I gravitate to this, personally.
I think I do too. But I think I do too, purely and simply because I'm never ever going to have all these on at once.
No.
And I just love the fact, again, let's take the tune off. I do think that this is just, the format of this is so clever. It's so quick and easy to see what pedals are at your feet. The programming side of it, the fact that you do just press edit, go, da-da-da-da, and then come out of edit mode and that's it, it's done it. Yeah. It's almost as fast as doing this. The drive bit of this video was the longest bit, wasn't it? And probably the bit that I liked the most. But I can't believe that we've ended up with 3 Tone City pedals.
No, I can. They really nail it, man.
It's sort of annoying, but I agree.
But they nail it. They absolutely nail it. And even some of these ones here were great, I mean, you
realise Oz is going to be 2 years older by the time he's edited this video up, don't you?
Yeah, that means he's 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Perhaps his knee will have changed and his opinion will have as well as he gets older.
Yeah, the Queen would be dead by then.
She'll be dead for sure. Yeah. Let's do this as a Jubilee special.
I think maybe gone down the rabbit hole.
This is the kind of board that use.
Wrap it up now.
Come on, got a van full of pedals for you. You can come in and have a look at.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's the go-to pedal, isn't it? Tone City. Come and have a look at all my Tone City pedals.
Okay, right, we are losing our minds here, so I think we need to wrap it up, Lee. So, next time you see,
Mr. Pete.
Yeah, next time you see a video, you will see. I'll pick that. That's our pick. But I'm still not.
You're going to put that on a. That's your board, right?
Well, yeah. Either. See, I'm still debating whether I need that in the front or that one.
Well, tune in next week to actually find out what Pete has decided to go to. That's assuming he remembers after this video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Probably over several parts, I would imagine. Pete and I are going for a lie down. Maybe even together.
Oh God, my hip.
See you next time. waste of 3 hours.
Look, I can break it up now.
Shit.